Scott Simon, host. Supporters of President Trump plan to gather in Washington, D.C., today for an event they bill as the Million Mega March. While the size of the crowd remains to be seen, the nation's capital is bracing for unrest. Yesterday, Trump signaled his approval of the rally in a tweet. NPR's Hannah Elam has been covering the city's preparation for the rally and joins just now. Good morning. Hannah Elam, byline. Hi. Good morning. Simon, do we know who's coming? Elam, well, all sorts of groups have said they're coming, and they're all pretty much animated by their support for President Trump and this baseless idea that the election was rigged or stolen. So yeah, you've got the Stop the Steal activists, that's kind of the umbrella, and then there's a mix of conservative Republicans, conspiracy theorists, militia-style groups, even some white nationalists. Basically, we're expecting the same blended Trump loyalists and far-right activists we've seen at lockdown protests over the summer. And indeed, they're using many of those same connections and channels that they established over the summer to get people out this time. Simon, and what kind of reception do you think they're likely to get in Washington, D.C.? Elam, yeah. This is D.C. It's just not as easy for them to put on a big show here. It's overwhelmingly Democratic, it's diverse, you can't openly carry guns. It's home to a big and vocal activist set on the left, and those activists have been out all summer. They're the ones behind the creation of Black Lives Matter Plaza in front of the White House, the ones who were tear-gassed by police. And so on the left, they're also organizing around today's event and calling on people to come out and counter-protest. And, just a reminder, we're in a pandemic. And so that's one of many wild cards when it comes to turnout today. Simon, how do the organizers of this event see success? What's the goal? Elam, it depends on the group, but broadly, it seems to be a show of support for Trump, a rejection of the actual election results, and there's a lot of other fringe and conspiracy stuff baked in. But again, this is a well-oiled network by now. These same elements have come together like this for lockdown protest, to, quote, fight Antifa and imagine showdowns in various cities. And extremism analysts I've spoken with about the rally warn against getting too caught up in crowd sizes today because they're saying whatever the turnout, they find it troubling that so many extremist and fringe groups are involved and are trying to find common cause. Brian Levin, a hate and extremism researcher at Cal State San Bernardino, told me, think of the rally as only the public face of deeper, potentially dangerous rage over the election and other divisions in the country. Brian Levin, the thing that I think we have to do is to make sure that we're looking at a wide angle rather than a small one, because irrespective of the crowd, the fact that this is being organized shows that the hard right is angling for some kind of activity to show that they have some potency. Elam. And so, again, President Trump tweeted his support for this event, which, coming from the bully pulpit of the president, is validation. And it seems to be another example of how the Trump era has opened up space for conspiracy theorists and extremists. Simon, NPR's Hannah Elam will be covering the Million Mega March later today. Thanks so much for being with us. Elam, thank you. Soundbite of music, copyright 2020 NPR. All rights reserved. Visit our website terms of use and permissions pages at www.npr.org for further information. NPR transcripts are created on a rush deadline by Verbatim, Incorporated, an NPR contractor, and produced using a proprietary transcription process developed with NPR. This text may not be in its final form and may be updated or revised in the future. Accuracy and availability may vary. The authoritative record of NPR's programming is the audio record.